Hi, this is Chrisa Hickey from Mental Illness in the Family at HealthyPlace.com. And I wanted to talk to you today about having a child with mental illness and just letting it go. If you've seen Frozen, you've heard the Academy Award-winning song recorded by Idina Menzel called Let It Go. And I know that one of the hardest lessons for me to learn in raising Tim was that there were some things that I was just going to have to pick my battles on, and some things I would just have to let go. And it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you're a parent. Even if you're not a neat freak, even if you're someone who is okay with a little bit of clutter and things not always being perfect, it can still be hard to let some things go. And I know for me there were several reasons why it was hard to let some things go. One great example is Tim has this habit of having to have gum on him all the time. No matter where he goes, he has to have at least anywhere from 2 to 2 dozen packs of gum on him at all times. It's a comfort thing. I don't know what it is, but it's just one of his things. And I just had to let go the fact that he would always be wearing cargo pants that would fall a little bit below his hips because they were loaded down with gum. And that can be very difficult to deal with, not only because it's unusual behavior, but it can be embarrassing in public. Last weekend I took the kids and my husband, we went to my office as we were downtown. I work in the Willis Tower in Chicago, and as we were going through security, Tim went off in the metal detector. And the security guard asked him to empty his pockets, as they do, and out came 16 packs of gum. So, little tip for you, if you want to know how much foil it takes to set off a metal detector, apparently it's 16 packs of gum worth. So that was a little hard, but I had to let it go. And luckily we had a security guard who was nice enough to just look at Tim and say, "You really must like gum." So that was good. You know, one of the other things that was hard for me in learning to just let go is teaching my other children how to just kind of let things go. Because for kids, Tim would be able to get away with some things because it was a battle I wasn't willing to fight that they wouldn't. So another one of Tim's quirks is he likes to leave his clothes, the clean ones, kind of in piles spread out in his bedroom in a way where it almost looks like the body evaporated from inside of the clothing. So the shirt's laid out nice and neat and the pants are laid out nice and neat. I was willing to let that one go, even though for me, clothes belong in the closet or in a dresser. And as long as he was keeping the dirty ones separate from the clean ones. And that was a really difficult one, especially when dealing with my daughter, who, when she left clothes on the floor in her room, she had to pick them up. She was expected to keep her floor clean. And it was a very difficult lesson for her to learn early in life that fair doesn't always mean equal. And so that's a big battle and something that I struggle with and frankly have some guilt over sometimes as a parent, raising one child with a mental illness and one or more children without. Is really that concept of figuring out how to get them to let go the fact that fair doesn't always mean equal. So I've told a couple other stories in the blog post today. I hope you'll read it, and I hope you'll come in the comments and share for me some of the things that you learned that you just had to be able to let go when raising your child with a mental illness. So please leave me a comment, and I look forward to talking to you about it.